Shabbat Shalom. Shalom. Shalom, shalom. It's Sister Bridget, child of Yahweh. And I'm just sitting out here listening to Flavor Trip. I follow them on YouTube. It's house music, and it's just very beautiful. I listen to music sometimes. It's just as long as there's no cursing or anything like that. And, I do. I listen to my Hebrew music, my Messiah music, my Christian reggae. Here's a little picture I'm coloring for my therapy. I color, and it's just great for healing. And healing is beautiful. But also, here's Hannah. Okay, thank you guys for subscribing to my channel. Thank you guys for liking my videos. Okay, so tomorrow is the Day of Atonement, so you guys won't have to see me tomorrow. So tomorrow is the day that we fast and we cry out to Yahweh, who is the Lord of Israel. I don't like to say Lord, but tomorrow is the Day of Atonement. It is a Hebrew holiday, but also Gentiles can take part. Celebrating Yahweh's holidays are not bad at all. If anyone tells you that, they're wrong, because Yahweh said even Yeshua protected in Yahweh's holidays. Who is the great I am of Israel, okay? I call him by his real name. Lord and God means Bel, but as long I guess sometimes when I say by accident, I say the Lord of Israel, because that's who he is. He's the Hebrew God of the Hebrew people, but he's also the God, he's also Elohim of everyone else, but he has a covenant with the descendants of Isaac, Jacob, Abraham. And, the Gentiles are grafted in. But anyway, I'm sorry I was so busy yesterday, and I didn't go to my appointment. I missed my ride, and, no, the transportation canceled. I share everything with you guys on here, and you guys are everything. You guys are a blessing. Look at Hannah, guys. I feel sorry for people that don't have any pets who are unhappy. It's just really sad. People that are unhappy, that want to follow your page, and just, you have to be careful of people. Not everyone Yahweh puts in your life, so you have to be careful. But anyway, I said I was going to read. I'm still reading another book too. You guys won't be able to see it, but it's called Babylon Timbuktu by Rudolph Rensor, a history of ancient black races, including the black Hebrews. And it just talks about our lineage, the African slaves who are the Yahudim. But anyway, I said I was going to read today. The sun is out. I'm out in the sun today, but I like to sit by myself, and I really like this new place. Okay, so I'm gonna read from the Ethiopian Bible that I like to read. Hold on. Bel and Dragon. Give me 1 second. Let me find the page. Let's see. Bel and Dragon. I love the Ethiopian Bible. They took all the books out of the Bible, but they're in the Catholic books. I don't understand that, but please get you an Ethiopian Bible. Read about Enoch. Enoch was a real man. He walked with Elohim. He was Ethiopian with dreadlocks, I think, but don't quote me on it. But anyway, he walked with Elohim, and Elohim took him. And where is it? Hold on. I even read Psalms 151, where David's thanking Yahweh for helping him with Goliath. But today is about Bel and Dragon. 98. Parents, don't let your children watch this, because for my videos that have to do with the Ethiopian Bible, I don't let the children listen to this. Okay, so parents, just let your kids go in the other room. Okay, so here we go. Thank you, Yahweh, for today. Thank you for your blessings. Thank you that we're able to read your book. Thank you for your blessing. And here we go with Bel and Dragon. Let me see if I can. I probably can't change it. All right. I was trying to change it, but. Okay, here we go. I'm just going to have to just hold it, okay, as I read it. So I'm in the sun, so it's yeah, that's the best that I can. I'm trying to get darker. I love my skin, and I want to get darker, but it's just not happening. But here we go, the bell and dragon, okay? And King, hear the word of Yahweh. And forgive me if I can't pronounce some of the words. And King Astyages was gathered to his fathers, and Cyrus of Persia received his kingdom. And Daniel conversed with the king and was honored above all his friends. Now the Babylons had an idol called Bel, and there were spent upon him every day 12 great measures of fine flour and 40 sheep. Hannah, stop. Sorry, guys. And 6 vessels of wine. And the king worshipped it and went daily to adore it. But Daniel worshipped his own Elohim, which is God in Hebrew. I don't say God, I say Elohim. And the king said to him, why does not thou worship Bel? It's just amazing how all these people just worship just false gods, and it's just ridiculous. I'm glad that we have these books, and I encourage you to get the book of the Ethiopian Bible. Okay, the church, those who are Yah's chosen, who worship Yahweh in truth and in spirit, Gentiles and non-Gent and Hebrews, get your Ethiopian Bible. These books are Yahweh's. These are his books. Okay, I mean, I don't know why they would take it out, just like they lied, just that they lied in the churches, and some of the Christians aren't very nice to people that worship Yahweh, following the holidays. And it is nothing wrong with worshiping Yahweh and not eating pork and not eating shellfish, because you live longer, and obeying him and following his Torah and following the feast days and following the Shabbat on Saturday. Anyone who tells you not that's wrong, then they're wrong, because we love Yahweh. We keep all of his commandments. It doesn't change. He gave that to the Israelites, but also Gentiles, you'll be blessed doing it too. Okay, so let's finish. Bye. That's my neighbor's friend. Okay, so where are we at? Okay. And Bel had it, okay, and and the king worshipped it and went daily to adore it. But Daniel worshipped his own God. And the king said unto him, why does not thou worship Bel? Hey, I'm on, this is my name, I'm on YouTube. I have a channel. I'm on YouTube. Yeah, hold on, everybody. Give me 1 second. Sister Bridget, child of Yahweh. Hannah Banana. Yeah, I'm reading from the Ethiopian Bible right now. Yeah, it's good to see you. And the king worshipped it and went daily and adore it. But Daniel worshipped his own Elohim. And the king said unto him, Hannah, you're taking a bath today. She's taking a bath today. She didn't want to take a bath yesterday. But anyway, okay, so okay, here we go again. I'm sorry, buddy. And the king worshipped it and went daily to adore it. But Daniel worshipped his own God. And the king said unto him, why does not thou worship Bel? Who answered and said, because this is what Daniel said. Because this is the Daniel in the Bible too. You know, the Daniel in the Holy Bible. Because I may not worship idols made with hands, but the living Elohim, who had created the heaven and earth and have sovereignty over all flesh. Hallelujah. And don't forget, hallelujah means praise Yahweh. So it's just so funny that people are like, oh, that's not his name. His name is Yahweh. Hallelujah means praise Yah. I'm seeing everybody today. Hey, Daniel, I'm doing my channel. That's Brother Daniel. He's saying hi to Hannah. Okay, it's just great. Okay, all flesh. Okay. Then said the king unto him, thinkest thou not that Bel is a living God? Seest thou not how much he eateth and drinketh every day? Then Daniel smiled and said, O king, be not deceived, for this is but clay within and brass without, and did never eat or drink anything. So the king was wroth and called for his priest and said unto them, if ye tell me not who this is that devoured these expenses, ye shall die. So the king, who should have had common sense, okay, they have a Baal statue, and they're putting food on it. Okay, I mean, come on. The statue is only Elohim is sovereign. And okay, so let's just finish. Okay, but he can certify me that Bel devoured them. Then Daniel shall die, for he has spoken blasphemy against Bel. And Bel is their false gods. And Daniel said unto the king, let it be according to thy word. Now the priests of Bel was 70, besides their wives and children. And the king went with Daniel unto the temple of Bel. So Bel's priest said, lo, we go out, but thou, O king, set on the meat and make ready the wine, and shut the door fast and seal it with thine own signet. I'm still reading the book of Bel and Dragon. I'm on 12, verse 12 in the Ethiopian Bible. And tomorrow, when thou comest in, if thou findest not that Bel hath eaten up all, we will suffer death, or else Daniel that speaketh falsely against us. And they little regard it. Sorry, Hannah, the mosquitoes are bad here. For under the table they have made a privy entrance, whereby they entered in continually and consumed those things. So when they were gone forth, the king set meats before Bel. Now Daniel had commanded his servants Daniel had commanded his servants to bring ashes, and those they stewed throughout all the temple in the presence of the king alone. Then went they out and shut the door and sealed it with the king's signet, and so departed. Now in the night came the priest with their wives and children, as they were wont to do, and did eat, Hannah, and did stop eating the grass, Hannah, and did eat and drink up all. In the morning bedtime, the king arose, and Daniel with him. Okay, I'm on Bel and Dragon, verse 17 of the Ethiopian Bible. And the king said, Daniel, are the seals whole? And he said, yea, O king, they be whole. And as soon as he had opened the door, the king looked upon the table and cried with a loud voice, great art thou, O Bel, with thee is no deceit in all. Then laughed Daniel and held the king that he should not go in, and said, behold now the pavement, and mark well whose footsteps are these. And the king said, I see the footsteps of men, women, and children. And then the king was angry, and took the priests with their wives and children, who showed him the privy doors, where they came in and consumed such things as were upon the table. Therefore the king slew them and delivered Bel into Daniel's power. Wow. Who destroyed him and his temple. And in that same place there was a great dragon, which they of Babylon worship. And king said unto Daniel, wilt thou also say that this is of brass? Lo, he lived, he eateth and drinketh. Thou canst not say that he is no living God. It's just amazing how these kings worship statues, and it's just, even today we're worshiping things like, we worship ourselves on selfies, and we worship our pets. We worship these evil celebrities, these evil holidays. Sometimes we worship people, and that's terrible. We worship these pastors and churches and priests and president. You're not supposed to do that, or people that are racist, or the KKK, or we're worshiping these black these people of color. What do you call it? Those Signify and Delta stuff and Greek No, that's worshiping. That's wrong. Those sororities, all that is rooted in paganism and witchcraft and evilness and all that hazing. That's wrong in Elohim's eyes. So, you know, yeah. And he is no living Elohim. Therefore, worship him. Wait. Okay. So, hold on. And the king said unto Daniel, "Will thou also say that this is a brass?" Okay. Okay. Let me go back. Okay. And okay, therefore the king slew them and delivered Bel into Daniel's power, who destroyed him and his temple. And in that same place, there was a great dragon, which they of Babylon worship. And the king said unto Daniel, "Will thou also say that this is of brass? Lo, he liveth. He eateth and drinketh. Thou canst not say he is no living God. Therefore worship him." Verse 25 of Bel and Dragon in the Ethiopian Bible. Then said Daniel unto the king, I will worship Yahuwah my Elohim, for he is the living Elohim. But give me leave, O king, and I shall slay this dragon without sword or staff. The king said, I give thee leave. Verse 27. Then Daniel took pitch and fat and hair and did seeth them together and made lumps thereof. This he put in the dragon's mouth, and so the dragon burst in sunder. And Daniel said, Lo, these are the gods ye worship. When they of Babylon heard that, they took great indignation and conspired against the king, saying, The king became a Jew and has destroyed Bel. He has slain the dragon and put the priest to death. Verse 29. So they came to the king and said, Deliver us, Daniel, or else we will destroy thee and thine house. Now, when the king saw that they pressed him sore, being constrained, he delivered Daniel unto them, who cast him into the lion's den, where he was 6 days. And in the den there was 7 days. Who cast him in the lion's den, where he was 6 days. And in the den there were 7 lions, and they had given them every day 2 carcasses and 2 sheep, which they were not given to them, to the intent they might devour Daniel. I love Daniel. He's one of my favorite. I like Daniel. He's one of my favorite Hebrew prophets. Now there was a jury in a prophet called Habakkuk, Habbacuc. I can't say some of these names, which had made pottage and had broken bread in a bowl and was going into the field for to bring it to the reapers. But the angel of Adonai, Yahuwah, said unto Habakkuk, Habakkuk, go, carry the dinner that thou hast into Babylon, into Daniel, who is in the lion's den. And Habakkuk, however to say it, I'm sorry, said, Yahweh, I never saw Babylon, neither do I know where the den is. Then the angel of Adonai took him by the crown. Adonai is the modern Hebrew name. The old Palta one, which is the Hebrew language, is Yahuwah. Then the angel of Yahuwah took him by the crowns and bare him by the hair of his head, and through the Hanastop, and through the vehemence of his spirit set him in Babylon over the den. And Habakkuk cried, saying, O Daniel, take the dinner which Elohim has sent thee. And Daniel said, Thou hast remembered me, O Elohim, neither hast thou forsaken them that seek thee and love thee. So Daniel arose and did eat, and the angel of Adonai set Habakkuk in his own place again immediately. Upon the seventh day, the king went to bewail Daniel, and when he came to the den, he looked in, and behold, Daniel was sitting. Then cried the king with a loud voice, saying, Great art, Lord Elohim of Daniel, and there is none other beside thee. And he drew him out and cast those that were the cause of his destruction into the den, and they were devoured in a moment before his face. And that's the Ethiopian Bible, Bel and the Dragon. And guys, that's all for today. Next week we'll finish reading the book of Enoch, and then I'm gonna sing Psalms 151. But you guys, tomorrow, just cry out to Yahweh. Fast. Put the flesh to death if you can. If you can't fast all day, just try to skip one meal. But the Hebrews, they in the Bible time, they didn't eat. They cried out to Yahuwah. We're crying out to him. We want him to gather us. We were sorry for the sins of our ancestors. Have mercy upon us. This iron is still upon our neck. We're being persecuted because of our skin color. It's ridiculous. Please, Yahweh, be merciful to us, please. And be merciful to the Gentiles. I forgive anyone who's ever said any racial slang to me. Oh my goodness, growing up, I had to deal with racism. I'm 56 and it's awful, and I forgive them. I pray that guy has peace. I pray that, I'm not going to say his name. I pray that he has peace. I pray that he came to his senses before he passed away, and I pray for his wife and children. I pray that she will teach love and not hate. Yahweh put us here to love one another, not to be hateful and to be divided. And this is for the Hebrews. Okay, Yahweh is the Elohim of everyone. Okay, he's not just here for the Israelites. He's here for all of us. The Gentiles are grafted in. So let's not be hateful. You can't go around saying that no, he's just here for us. John 3:16, for Elohim so loved the world that he gave his only begotten son, that who should ever believeth in him should not perish but have everlasting life. Okay, Yeshua died for everyone, not just as Hebrews. Okay, he's here for everyone. And let's all love one another. Let's stop this hate, which is the devil making division. Okay? And let's just be loving. Let's forgive our enemies. Let's bless our enemies. And let's just worship Yahweh, because Yeshua is coming back. He's coming back to judge with a sword. And you guys just be blessed tomorrow. I'm going to cry out to him and cry out to him. And the next week is the feast of Sukkot, the feast of the 10th. And that one's great. I'm going to cook something different every day. I'm going to try to. But you guys be blessed. And again, read the Ethiopian Bible too. And it's really great to read. And there's some other Ethiopian Bibles out there. And you guys be blessed and have a wonderful. So tomorrow is actually the feast of, tomorrow is actually the Day of Atonement, and at 6 o'clock it's Shabbat. So I get to celebrate 2 in 1. But you guys be blessed. I'm Sister Bridget, child of Yahweh, the Elohim of Isaac, Jacob, Abraham. And I just praise you, Yahweh. Thank you for another day. Thank you for waking us up. Somewhere in the world, someone didn't wake up. I pray that the president will do right. I pray for everyone in the world. I pray for the enemies. I pray for the KKK. I pray for the racist Hebrew Israelites that are going around saying that they're the only ones. No, I'm not part of that. I'm not. We are all grafted in, okay? I just don't. Yeshua is love. If anyone's not walking in the spirits and walking in love, then they're not of Yeshua. I mean, you can't go around being hateful and racist. We have to forgive one another, and we have to forgive our enemies. You cannot be grafted in if you're going to go around being a racist, or if you're a person that's Hebrew, who's descendant of slaves. You can't go around being hateful to Palm people, to Caucasians. Yeshua is love, and the greatest command is to love your neighbor as yourself and love your enemies. We're supposed to love them, And that's what's walking in Yeshua means, not being prejudiced or not, so we all need to learn, all of us people of color, us Asians, us blacks, all of us, we are all loved in Yeshua, and that's all that matters. And just read your Bible, read the Ethiopian Bible, and celebrate the feast. Stop eating pork, stop eating shellfish, read the Torah. Yahweh said if you love him, keep his commandments. And Yeshua kept his father's commandments. All right, I'm Sister Bridget, child of God, and I try to post videos on Mondays, Wednesdays, Fridays, and Saturdays, but there's a lot going on right now with getting ready to, getting ready for more doctor appointments. But just walk in love, walk in Yeshua, okay? All right, bye. Say bye to Hannah. All right, okay, she's ready to go in. Bye, everyone. Shalom.